Why do we fail to finish some tasks? Many of us do fall into the trap of failure to finish syndrome while doing a project, reading a book, writing an article, or simply booking a trip which you want to do for quite a long time but that never happens to finish. With time, these unfinished tasks get piled up, making us feel unhappy and unproductive all our life. The reasons why it happens are laid deep in our beliefs, behaviors, and habits that feel like obstacles in our journey to reach our goal, which requires self-awareness and deep introspection to the actual cause which makes it difficult for any specific task. There are multiple causes for this. Let's try to understand each in depth so we can relate them to find our reason for not finishing. Fear of failure. We always look forward to successful results while doing a task, project, but imagining bad consequences coming out, thinking of criticism, rejection by others, fears you hard that lower one's confidence and motivation, and hence stopping us to continue the work. But remember, if you don't finish, you bring out the very failure that you fear. Fear of success. Why would one fear success? It happens insidiously when we feel guilty about our achievement, making our peers, in the work environment, or siblings, before parents, feel bad, always being better on the comparison ground with them. These emotional traps make you delay, avoiding success. Perfectionism. Striving for excellence never gets complete. The perfectionist inside redoes something again and again, trying to get it the perfect. We all have grown up hearing 99% is never enough, it had to be 100. These unrealistic expectations made us afraid to finish any tasks now as well. Fear of completion. Sometimes we worry about what we will do next after finishing the current, major time-consuming task gets finished, makes us think of boredom which sneaks in afterward. Also, the completion will face the reactions of others. How will they perceive it? Makes us think negatively. Procrastination. It means putting off something unpleasant by doing something else more entertaining and fun. It usually is information. There is always a reason behind it, maybe perfectionism or fear of failure that makes us postpone the task at hand until it becomes necessary. Poor planning. Doing less or no planning at the beginning of the project in order to split it into small foreseeable tasks, defining intermediate checkpoints, and understanding one capability and actual time requirement makes you fall into this trap. Poor pacing. Setting an unrealistic speed, pulling out more in less time, and thinking to finish something fast can sometimes make one feel tired, bored, and less interested to finish in a longer run. Assuming a marathon runner starts with a fast 100 to 200 meters like sprint will make him uneasy within some time and hard to complete the race. Unrealistic deadlines. It means underestimating the time something will take and expecting the best case scenario to happen and not accounting for unexpected blockers that may come in the journey, leading to very hard deadlines and failure to finish on time. Too many tasks to do. Having a long to-do list makes too many competing priorities and creates a tough time to decide what to do now or next. Being running always to do many tasks and switching among them makes one less productive and juggled, leading to not finishing any of them timely. Disorganized. When you have a cluttered environment, you find it difficult to choose the right task that you are supposed to do, and that makes you tempted to jump to the next, resulting in piling up your unfinished task list. Emotional turmoil. Feeling upset, unwell, personal angst, or being in mental jargon often pulls your concentration and focus away from your ongoing tasks. Also, failing to get instant gratifications usually stops you midway through doing something. Anger. Being frustrated with work or angry at someone you work with immediately lowers your motivation and shuts you down to continue further, even making you reluctant to finish. Out of sight, out of mind. When some tasks are tucked in cabinets or any ebook that is inside some directory chains, it becomes hard to see what is to be done. Also, when some project idea is only in thoughts, not on paper, it becomes difficult to understand and work on it. Temporary quit. It has both sides. Sometimes it helps in getting a new perspective, but mostly it results in finding reasons not to be on track again. Being out of sight will take a longer time to grasp again. Starting new task before finishing old. Often new task lures us to sneak and start. It also feels easier to start rather finishing the old running one. Distractions, be it watching cricket matches, playing newly released games, and reading some crazy articles, etc., don't attract you, is unbelievable in current times, but they definitely share a huge part in avoiding finishing your task on the list. Lateness. Occasional lateness is justified. If it becomes a chronic habit and the reason is inexplicable, like oversleeping, forgetting, ignoring, etc., then it makes them run behind the dates, and this undisciplined behavior reflects badly in the longer run. Devaluing yourself or your goal. Sometimes minor tasks are taken for granted and ignored, thinking who cares for this? Or if it will not make that much impact? It makes you think about working on the thing when required, or on the deadline itself. Also, underestimating oneself ability and worthiness to do something. create imaginary blockers in your mind to run on your tasks. Overvaluing yourself or goal. If we exaggerate our goal or try to think of our work from the eyes of Einstein or Shakespeare, it becomes hard for us to satisfy our inner self, which leads to perfection and procrastination. Interruptions. We all live in the generation of social media and notifications that bring unpredictable potholes in your race to finish. Inconsistency, not having a routine, makes it hard to stick to something. It takes more time to find the rhythm and get into the context if anything is done sporadically. Working under pressure. This generally brought stress and anxiety, making you in an unworkable situation, doing it for sake of doing it, committing irregular mistakes, and cursing the task. Thanks for finishing it through. Please make sure you are well aware of the cause that blocks you to finish any task. Use attached form in the description to mark it.